All right, third version of this. Still using the same wheels. They're looking pretty good. I sanded this down a bit. It was kind of rough. I noticed when I was handling it more, and smoothed it down with some sandpaper. I kind of rearranged the washers a bit. Not nothing crazy, just normal stuff. And then yeah, had this printed out of Soraya Tech Build resin. It should be pretty good, but it's resin. It's a polycarbonate or whatever, kind of brittle. And so it cracked as I was tightening the bolt down to put tension on this wheel. Um, yeah, I could hear it kind of creaking a little bit at a certain point. It was getting pretty good. The bead was not that side. This side. The bead was looking better than the old version, to be honest. I don't know if you could tell. This is the current bead with the resin print or resin body, and this is the old bead with the resin wheels and uh, FDM or what was it, ASA material. So yeah, the shape was looking a little better, I think. Um, but yeah, probably gonna reinforce this and just print it out of on the FDM printer out of ASA. Should be adequate. I just need to figure out a design to like, because this is one of the failure points, was this was also splitting open instead of tearing because of the layers, the way they're you know arranged. This was splitting open as the nuts wanted to come out, and then at the bottom here, it was splitting open also. Even though I had clamps on it, it was still kind of like iffy. Like you could tell the bearing was like not, yeah, it was not being held. But man, I really like the resin. It was cool, but I don't think it's gonna work. It's too expensive to kind of do any trial and error. Also, it's about $40 a bottle, and I think I could get like 3 or 4 of these out of that. I don't know, but it was like I used a lot of resin when I printed this one. Like I could tell when I filled up the vat or whatever. Yeah, all right. Trying to redesign it a little bit more and print it out of the ASA. Should be a easy print. None of this, washing and curing stuff. We'll see what happens. Little extra tidbit here. This might actually help me in the future. Maybe, who knows? Um, yeah, this came apart as it had cracked and started wanting to take the hardware apart and inspect it more closely. But the resin kind of feels like wet, not much, but there's like a slight lubricity to it. It's not like super dry. I don't know if that's normal. I guess it is. I handle acrylic visors sometimes. Yeah, I guess that's, no, it's a little bit more. Um, I don't know. Maybe bump up the burn time per layer, but nah, not gonna try that now. If I come back to it, just a small note to reference.